Thank you, Mr. Chair. So first, let me just say what I think is obvious, which is that Maryland really doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the region for support of Metro. Our annual Metro contribution is about $1.1 billion. And I invite any of you to come with me to Talbot County or Allegheny County to tell them about that contribution that Maryland makes. And of course, 2 years ago, Maryland, under the leadership of Governor Moore, was first in line to say we need to catch up on the operating subsidy. But the great thing about this region is that Virginia, DC, the localities in Virginia can all tell the same story because you all have your own examples of when you have been on the front lines to lift up Metro, which does have a regional benefit. So it's a great region to be a part of, and I'm really happy to be part of this effort. Spoiler alert, my vote is going to be yes, but. And the but is premised on a few things. One, as Chair Allen said, we're not able to bind anybody. I don't even speak for one other member of the House of Delegates, let alone the other 140. I definitely don't speak for any of the 47 senators. And most days I don't even get to speak to the governor or the Department of Transportation, so I don't speak for them. But I will vote yes, but. Another premise of my but is I'm actually a little less certain about the $460 million than many of my colleagues around the table. I joined Senator Augustine in that regard. For purposes today, I'm deferring to you all that $460 million is sort of the right number and makes a lot of sense. But I have been asking for and will continue to ask for a much better understanding of what amount of that is needed to maintain the progress of the last 7 years, what amount of that is needed for incremental investment in our signals, and how we can rework the signaling program to probably do it slower and less well than many of us would like, but that our taxpayers in the region would accept to make a meaningful change, but one that's affordable for the region. I also just still don't have a good understanding of the 3% cap as it's being proposed. I don't quite understand how you are determining the unit. So for example, the police force is not clearly assigned to one mode or another. So how is the overhead cost of the police being factored into that unit cost? I'll be honest, I got ahead of you all and started trying to look at what the Maryland legislative change would need to be to do this. And I got to that and I just said, forget it, I'm not even gonna put that in because I can't possibly figure out how we're gonna calculate and draft that. So I think I think it was Ms. Robinson who raised some questions about how that will actually work. So I understand it conceptually, Nick, you don't need to explain it to me for a fourth time. I just don't understand in detail how it would work. When I'm in Maryland, I always explain to people that WMATA has a math problem, and I'm partly the author of that math problem. The dedicated funding from 2018 doesn't grow, and that is a huge problem. But when I'm here, I'm going to explain to you that Maryland also has a math problem. Assistant Secretary McAndrew got at this a little bit, but take whatever the number is, our share of 460, however you want to slice that share up, and then multiply it for Baltimore, add to it for commuter rail and local bus, the ride-on, and the bus in Prince George's. And then, of course, divide out for all the other modes, because in Maryland, we have a single multi-mode transportation trust fund. So I'm a yes, but, I'm looking forward to actually getting to the implementation stage where the legislative bodies and the executive branches start getting into this and figure out exactly how to do this. And it will have to change. It will not be word for word what's in this resolution today, but I think this resolution is an important step to get to that stage because clearly something needs to be done. I think there's broad agreement on that and look forward to getting a yes period in the very near future. But thank you, Mr. Chair.